This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. It's Friday, June 26th. This is the first day of mandatory face coverings in public places, which began today here in the state of Nevada. Governor Steve Sisolak has ordered that residents who are not suffering from a medical health condition or a mental health condition that would prevent them from wearing one in public should utilize them to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Well, the Nye County Sheriff's Office will enforce the governor's face covering mandate. They issued a press release today. The area businesses that are handling those with medical conditions are going by a case-by-case basis. Those who have conditions that they think they are exempt from wearing these face coverings may have to have a doctor's note with them to claim their exemption.
On June 24th, Governor Steve Sisolak issued an emergency directive mandating the use of masks in public spaces. The governor's sanctions are focused on Nevada businesses, including Nye County businesses, to enforce that mandate. The governor has placed law enforcement sanctions to enforce his mandatory face directive. However, the implementation of that sanction includes a warning prior to taking any law enforcement action. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says officers and staff will treat this directive in the same manner and provide the same response given during the non-essential business closure. There are some exceptions in the directive, including those with medical conditions that make it difficult to breathe, those with a disability that prevents them from wearing a face covering, and young children between the ages of 2 and 9. The primary agencies tasked with enforcement of his mandate include local licensing agencies and OSHA.
Well, quick actions by Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and BLM firefighters helped keep a Pahrump brush fire from spreading to neighboring properties.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and the Bureau of Land Management were dispatched to the scene of a large brush fire on a vacant lot at the corner of Barney and Mesquite early Friday afternoon. The flames were spreading quickly, but firefighters were able to keep that fire from spreading to neighboring properties. Valley Electric was also called to the scene because power poles were at risk of being damaged by the fire. No structures were damaged and no injuries are being reported. At this time, it's not clear what sparked the fire.
And today there are 6 new positives for COVID-19, which has been reported to Nye County since Wednesday. All 6 are here in Pahrump. However, 2 reported in Wednesday's posting were pulled. So the total as of today is 86 overall, with 70 here in Pahrump. And the 3 antibody positives are not included in that total. Well, big bank stocks rallied this week on news of looser federal regulations. More than 47 million Americans have filed for unemployment since the start of the pandemic, and the parent company of Chuck E. Cheese files for bankruptcy.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, big banks are rallying this week following the Federal Reserve's bank stress test. Regulators have decided to ease up on the so-called Volcker rule that restricts banks from making risky investments. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits totaled 1.4 million last week. That exceeded economists' expectations of 1.3 million. More than 47 million Americans have now filed for unemployment assistance since the pandemic started. CEC Entertainment, the parent company of Chuck E. Cheese, is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The company cites financial strain due to closures during the COVID-19 crisis. 722 companies have now been seeking bankruptcy protection.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. We'll have more news on a governor's new directive right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Governor Steve Sisolak announced a gradual lift to eviction moratoriums. He also strongly urged landlords and tenants to work together and collaborate on repayment plans. The directive also allows residential evictions and foreclosures to resume in full on September 1st for non-payment of rents and no-cause evictions. Late fees or penalties for non-payment of rent or mortgage payments may not be charged retroactively. The directive reinstates residential summary evictions and unlawful detainer actions prior to September 1st for certain causes other than non-payment of rent. These cause-based actions do not allow non-payment of rent, but include holdover tenants, tenants at will, waste, unlawful business nuisance, violations of controlled substance laws, and violations of lease conditions other than non-payment of rent. For commercial tenancies and mortgages, landlords and lenders can again charge late fees, initiate lockouts, or start eviction actions for non-payment of rent or foreclosure proceedings beginning July 1st. Additionally, the Nevada State Treasurer's Office is working on coordinating a statewide rental assistance program to help residential and commercial tenants, with the goal of having the residential program up and running by mid-July and the commercial program shortly thereafter. The program will be funded with $50 million in federal coronavirus relief funds, with $30 million earmarked for residential rental assistance and $20 million set aside for commercial rental relief programs. Well, hospitals in southern Nevada are resuming elective surgeries that had been on hold during the height of the coronavirus pandemic, and that means an increase in need for blood. Jenny Sparks is the American Red Cross Communications Manager for Nevada. She says that they're scheduling a number of blood drives in Las Vegas, and for a limited time, if you donate blood, you'll also get a free COVID-19 antibody test.
First of all, we'd really like to thank everybody who has answered our call already to come out and donate. We have been asking for blood donations. The need for blood is constant, and people across southern Nevada have responded amazingly well and have really helped us answer that need. So first of all, we just really like to thank everybody very much. The American Red Cross does in fact provide about 40% of the nation's blood supply. So when you donate with us, you are really saving lives and making a very strong impact in your own community. So we are encouraging people to please come out and donate, make an appointment with us. Unfortunately, with the COVID restrictions, we're not accepting walk-ins right now. So we would really encourage people to make an appointment and come and donate with us and help save lives. So for a limited time, we're not sure how long we're going to be able to run these tests, but for a limited time, we are testing every blood donation for those coronavirus antibodies. Now, it's really important to note that this is not a diagnostic test, so we can't tell you if you have coronavirus right now. Our test will be able to tell you if you have had coronavirus or potentially been exposed to the coronavirus, and if your body has been developing those antibodies. So if you donate with us, you will get those answers. 7 to 10 days after the donation, you can check the Red Cross Blood app, which is available for Android and for iPhones, and you'll get those results. And that is, of course, as always, free of charge. In order to make an appointment with the American Red Cross, we would really welcome you to come visit us at redcrossblood.org. You can just put in your zip code and find those appointments nearest to you, or you can download our Red Cross Blood app for your phone. And again, it's a super easy sign up, and you can check out those locations near you, make an appointment, and again, get those personalized blood results back once your donation is complete.
Well, for the past month, Attorney General Aaron Ford has been holding live justice and injustice panels with law enforcement officials and community leaders. The panelists discuss ways that law enforcement can improve relationships with the community in light of the Black Lives Matter protests that have spread across the country. Ford will host another live justice and injustice panel this Sunday, June 28th. You can watch them on the Attorney General's Facebook page and Twitter account. Well, as the state begins to ease out of the coronavirus shutdowns, Desert View Hospital is once again scheduling elective surgeries. It's a step towards normalcy, but there are still many measures in place to ensure everyone's health and safety. Hospital CEO Susan DeVille says while Desert View Hospital has recorded a handful of positive COVID-19 cases, our area has fared much better than other places here in our state.
We have been very, very fortunate here at Desert View Hospital and really in Pahrump area. We have had a few. We've had 11 confirmed cases that have come out of Desert View Hospital. which is very, very minimal compared to what Las Vegas area has. So with that, we continue our testing, and it's just gone very, very well. And our staff has really stepped up to the plate, and it's been hard on our staff, but we are just following the rules and regulations that CDC has put out, and I think it's gone very well for us. Obviously, we treat them how, whatever the treatment that the physician feels is the right treatment to do. Most of them are getting tested. Obviously, I think that's why we're seeing a little uptick too, is that we're testing more than we did at the very beginning. But remember, at the very beginning, we had very limited test kits to test folks too. There's no just as far as the hospital is, you can't schedule to get tested. It's, if the ER physician feels that it's appropriate for somebody to get tested, then that's when that happens. What we implemented here is one way in, one way out, for employees and for all guests. So everybody that comes in has to get screened still. You get your little screening sticker, and then when you leave the building, you have to go out. So we also, I don't know if the other thing that we do have is that we have about 4 units now around our hospital, which is the UV lights that help actually kill the virus itself. So as you know, that we have rerouted people. So again, one way in, one way out. So people cannot come into the ER waiting room like they used to be. That is what we consider our COVID lounge. And so we have one of our UV lights out there, along with 2 in our waiting lobby area, and 1 out where you were getting screened. So what we've done, you're right, we have opened up back the hospital for what we call elective surgeries. That's really all that we do here. But anytime you have a surgery here, you have to get COVID tested, go home and self-quarantine, and so you have that 72 hours that you do have to wait. So we have implemented that. As far as visitors, we are still keeping limited visitation hours and visitors. So when this first came out, if you were an ER patient, you could have no visitors whatsoever, or med-surg. And now what we've done is that you can have 1 visitor per ER patient, and the med-surg, you are allowed a visitor. But they still have to go through the screening process. Again, we're just trying to limit the exposure to all.
All right. When we return, we're going to tell you about some of those lines at the fireworks stores after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, every year in the weeks leading up to July 4th, thousands of people flock to Pahrump to buy fireworks. And in this time, it is really helping our economy. If it seems like even more people are lining up to buy fireworks this year, you may be on to something. Doug Berta of Red Apple Fireworks says business is brisk, and easing coronavirus restrictions may be partly explaining why.
I think, everyone's kind of been locked up for a couple of months now, and I think everyone kind of wants to celebrate the little taste of freedom that we've had now that the lockdown orders are being lifted. So I think people are just excited to get out and blow stuff up. So we've really seen a lot of, a big increase in traffic over the last couple of weeks for sure. I realized really early on in my own fireworks career that we literally are selling happiness with the fireworks, and fireworks are one of those weird universal languages, kind of like music, like you don't really hear about too many people that don't like fireworks, that are just anti-fireworks, right? So it's one of those things that it's always associated with some type of happiness. It always comes with a celebration, whether it's 4th of July or a wedding or, a baby naming or whatever it is. Fireworks are one of those things that you can always use to celebrate and add another dimension to your celebration. So 4th of July is like an amplification of all of that, right? Because it's our freedom, it's our Independence Day, and now it's like a celebration of getting rid of the lockdown orders. Based on the trends so far, I would say this is going to be one of our best seasons yet. We don't want to just be a destination store where people come in, spend their money, and leave. We want them to stay. We want them to get a hotel room. We want them to use our casinos, stay and enjoy a restaurant before they leave, and especially enjoy the natural beauty. Because there aren't a lot of places in Nevada even where it's so accessible to enjoy the natural beauty that's all around us, in addition to buying fireworks and having fun with your families. People show up and buy a boatload of fireworks and they're like, okay, where's the shoot site? We're like, well, it's that way, but it's not open today. And so you get that initial disappointment, but then you get them to come back and use it, and that's, double whammy. That's wonderful. My company has really built a name for itself that we sell sort of like higher quality product. And if you want just standard quality, you have many options available to you. But when you're looking for something a little higher quality, of course you're going to pay a little bit more for the higher quality. But our customers they come into the store with the expectation that they're going to get the top quality product. So that's our main differentiator, is that we don't sell anything generic. We don't sell any junk. It's all custom designed by me or my brother. So it's all good stuff. We subscribe to what's called no BS pricing. So if you want to go somewhere else in town, you'll see buy one, get one, or two, or three, or four, whatever it is. We don't subscribe to any of that nonsense. We just give you a straight, guaranteed low price on everything that's in the store. Our website, I think, is an industry-leading website. We do e-commerce through the website. The problem is right now we've sold through a lot of the stock that would otherwise be present on the website. So you can go on the website to get information about the product, but you can't really make the transaction right now because we don't have enough fireworks to be doing that. RedAppleFireworks.com.
Well, they are only allowed to let in 50% capacity right now, so there's a little bit of a line in most of our area stores, and we have some great ones around here. Red Apple Fireworks is located at 3640 South Highway 160 in Pahrump. They're open from 8 to midnight, 7 days a week. Well, it's Friday, time to meet another great animal ready for adoption from Desert Haven Animal Society. Today, Darby O'Donnell introduces us to Coco.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Coco. Coco is a 1-year-old female lab mix. She is a golden color. She has pointy ears, unlike a normal lab. She is a little shy at first, but you could definitely tell that she's interested in mingling with people, and she is very, very friendly. But she's a dog that you will want to go and sit down on the ground so that she has the capability of coming up and saying hello. She is a sweet girl. She just needs to warm up a little bit, so definitely spend at least 15 minutes in the yard with her when you come and see her. If you want to come and see her or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, give them a call ahead of time to make an appointment, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Bye, Coco. Oh, you're so sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside. I don't think we're going to see the same dust storm that we saw here last night. That was wild, and I know a lot of you posted some pictures there. We're going to find out what's in store for our weekend weather, which I heard is some wind right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 104, low of 79, 114 with a low of 88 degrees in Death Valley, 104.72 in Amargosa, 99.69 in Beatty, 91 a low of 60 in Goldfield, 88.59 in Tonopah, 95 degrees for the high in Carson City, 98 for the high in Fallon. Both of those towns have a low of 60 degrees, 98 for the high as well in Fernley with their low at 65 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw mostly sunny skies. Our high today was 100 degrees. Winds coming out of the west-southwest up to 6 miles per hour, 15% humidity, in our sunrise at 5:28 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting partly cloudy skies. Your low is going to be 75 degrees. It is 100 degrees outside currently with a 6-mile-per-hour winds coming out of the east. Our humidity at 19% and 8:05 tonight expected for our sunset. Now looking into that 7-day, we are still going to see some clouds on Sunday, but other than that, we're expecting nothing but sunny skies through the week. Now we also are still going to be dealing with some high winds up to 12 miles per hour on Saturday, jumping way up to 30-mile-per-hour winds on Sunday, down to 11-mile-per-hour winds again on Monday, then 12 to 13-mile-per-hour winds next Thursday and Friday. Now for our temperatures, we're going to start a brief little dip in our temperatures here. On Saturday, we're going to be seeing a high of 105 degrees, dropping down to 98 on Sunday, down to 85 on Monday, and then we're going to start working our way back up into those low 90s by Tuesday and Wednesday, then those mid to high 90s once again by next Thursday and Friday. Now our overnights are seeing the same pattern. On Saturday, we're going to be seeing a low of 80 degrees, dropping down into those mid to low 60s on Sunday and Monday, then going back up into those mid to high 60s Wednesday and Thursday. Then we're going to be seeing a low of 70 degrees again by next Friday. And so now with that, we're going to throw back to the desk with Deanna.
Well, there is a free movie night this Saturday night. The movie is called Playing with Fire. All moviegoers must wear a face mask and maintain social distancing. The movie begins at 8 p.m. and is at Ian Deutsch Memorial Park, and that is right there off of Honeysuckle between Dandelion and Pahrump Valley Boulevard. It's being played in the field closest to Pahrump Valley Boulevard, so bring a chair, bring a blanket, bring some snacks and your family, and have a great time watching the free movie in the park. We want to remind everybody that there will not be an Independence Day parade this year. That is next Saturday, but we do have fireworks still happening as far as we know in the park starting at 9 p.m. KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio will be simulcasting the music with that, so bring a radio in the park with you, turn on your car radio and watch the fireworks at 103.1 FM, and it starts at 9 p.m. there at Petrick Park on the corner of Highway 160 and Basin Avenue. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.